find yourself wishing that this was you? Well, no worries. My name is Spencer Anderson, and today I'll be teaching you how to drive a car. As a licensed Indiana driver of over 5 years with a perfect driving record, I do know a few things about how to operate a motor vehicle. To learn how to drive a car, you need to properly prepare your vehicle, you need to get your car in the correct gear, and you also need to safely learn how to take control of your car to start operating it. By the end of this video, you should know how to drive a car. Before we continue any further in this video, you're going to need just a few things. Number one, a car. For demonstration purposes today, we'll be using a car with an automatic transmission. Number two, you're going to need an Indiana State driver's license. If you are above the age of 16 and licensed, that will work. And according to the Indiana Driver's Manual released in 2023, supplied by the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, if you have a parent that is licensed or an Indiana certified licensed driving instructor and a learner's permit, you can also operate a vehicle with them present under the age of 16. And number three, you're going to need car insurance, and that'll be very important for if you fail to master any of the steps in this video, you'll thank me later. Now let's continue to the procedures of how to successfully operate a motor vehicle. That was step one of how to operate a car. You're gonna make sure to get in your car, sit down in the driver's seat, and make sure your door shuts properly behind you. Step two is arguably one of the most important steps. It involves taking your seatbelt and putting it on, making sure that as you strap it over your chest, it clicks into place. Step three is to take the keys of your car and place them into the ignition, and then eventually turn them until you hear the engine start to hum. This means your car is on. This takes us right into step four, which is checking your dash for any notifications that your car might be giving you. You'll see here the speedometer is at 0, which is what we need, and our heating and cooling levels are good. Our gas is also good, but my car just has an issue with the odometer, so just don't mind that. But that's the successful completion of steps 3 and 4. Step 5 involves checking your rear view and side mirrors to ensure you have proper visibility while driving. This step consists of checking first the rear view mirror to ensure that the full back window pane is in full visibility. The second part of this step involves checking the rear view mirrors on the right and the left side of your vehicle. This step is very important because according to a 2022 article posted by Wendy Helfenbaum of the AARP, not checking your side and rear view mirrors can result in blind spots on the road, which is essentially a spot of vision that you're not able to see cars around you. So by checking these mirrors, you're preventing the risk of coming upon a blind spot on the road that could lead to a potential collision. Now that our mirrors are in place, we can move on to step 6, which is placing your foot on the brake. One thing to avoid is taking your foot off the brake prematurely, because this can cause your car to start moving before you're ready for it to. And another thing to avoid is accidentally pressing the wrong pedal, which is the gas pedal. We'll get to that in a second. See here, we have a pedal on the left side and the right side. My foot is currently pressing on the brake, and you're going to press and then you're not going to release that. And make sure you're pressing the pedal on the left side of your car and not on the right side of your car. Now that your foot is on the brake, we can finally move on to the fun part, or step 7. This is when we're going to shift our car from park into drive. This involves taking the ignition, which is usually in the center here, and using whatever unlocking mechanism your car has. So for me, I have a small little ridge on the front of this that I have to press down in order to move into a different gear. So I'm going to press on that ridge as seen below, and then while your foot is still on the brake, this is very important, you shift your car into either reverse or drive, whichever direction you want to go. I personally am wanting to go forward, so I put my car in drive. Now that my car is in drive, I can move on to step 9, which is to steer your car using your steering wheel. So this steering wheel here operates the wheels of the car, and as I turn the wheel, the car changes directions. So once my foot is off the brake, you can see my car is in motion, and as I turn the steering wheel, the car will move in different directions. If you've completed steps 1 through 9 successfully, you can now enjoy step 10, which is simply just driving your car, making sure to do a few things such as staying under the speed limit and simply enjoying your ride. One thing that I would like to point out that you should avoid is not adjusting your mirrors properly. As you can see, as I look out my left rear view mirror, you really can't see much behind me. So as I'm driving, one thing you have to do is adjust as you go. It's never a process that fully is completed in one step before you drive your car. So as you're driving, you can do simple adjustments such as changing the mirrors as demonstrated here to adequately show your surroundings. See, after adjusting that mirror, I can perfectly see out of the left side of my car and I feel much safer on the road. So it's important to note that as you drive, you can modify pretty much any of steps 1 through 9 to successfully be more safe behind the wheel. In conclusion, we learned today that to drive a car, you need to properly prepare your vehicle, you need to make sure to get your car in the correct gear, and also you need to take control very carefully of your vehicle. Our steps included getting in your car, putting on your seatbelt, starting your car, checking your dash for the appropriate settings of your car, adjusting your mirrors, placing your foot on the brake, shifting your car from park to drive, slowly releasing your foot from the brake, and then steering your car gently using the steering wheel. I hope this video has been very informational for all of you, and I hope to see you all safely on the road.